You are here now at this moment because you dream of becoming a greater person tomorrow than you are today. You are here now because you see yourself as successful. You have a clear vision for your future and you have a dream that you strive to achieve every day. Congratulations, you are only a few steps away from achieving this goal. Imagine if Ronaldo was afraid that one of the kicks would not hit and never tried. Imagine if Steve Jobs was afraid that no one would like his products and want to buy them. There would be no Apple company with billions of profits. So ask yourself now, do you really want to be that person who was afraid of failure and his fear prevented him from things much greater than he imagined? Or do you see yourself as that person who celebrates his success years from now? If you want to succeed, do not let anything stop you from achieving it, not even the fear that your mind has imagined. God did not plant this dream in you except because you are able to achieve it. So get up and work on it from today. Are you afraid of failure? If you love success, run after it without thinking, get up and try and fail again. And another and 10, but you will not give up because you are doing all this for what you really love. In this video, I will help you not to stand in front of opportunities terrified of failure, but rather excited and ready to take them. I will tell you about practical steps that you can apply to yourself from today and that will help you overcome the fear of failure to move forward and achieve success in your life. God willing, and at the beginning, do not forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell button to join us on our journey to build a successful life. Learn to think more positively. Positive thinking is the best way to build self-confidence and stop self-sabotage. We translate that failure is inevitable, but rather failure was a mandatory station that all successful people went through at the beginning of their lives. You can review the life story of anyone you love in any field to see for yourself what matters is how to deal with failure. There are those who view failure as the end of the world or evidence of their incompetence. And there are those who see it as a wonderful experience from which they learn a lot. It is up to you to choose which. 2 ways to think about the worst-case scenario when you are about to take a certain step. You fear the worst outcome. What if you sat down to imagine that the worst-case scenario has already happened and lived the situation with all your feelings as if it were real? Then you will leave and that the matter is not that bad. You may even come up with alternative solutions and you will begin to gain confidence in yourself to proceed with what you are about to do. You have realized that there is a lot that you can do after failure. Prepare an alternative plan to complete the previous point. If you fear failure in a situation, having an alternative plan will help you put things in their real size. The most important part of the process of overcoming the fear of failure is preparing for it. And take a more advanced step by accepting it and planning for what comes after it. This does not mean that you consider failure as an inevitable outcome from which there is no escape, but rather it means that you imagined the worst-case scenario and based on that you prepared a clear plan for what you will do if it happens. Know your fears. You must determine what exactly you fear when you think about failure. Is it negative judgment of others, or is it the loss of something important, or is it the inability to meet your own expectations? Before dealing with any situation, you should sit with yourself to draw the form of the failure that you fear and begin to analyze the situation using the bird's eye technique. That is, seeing it from a perspective different from your perspective as if you were a completely different person. Honestly, this may make you realize that your fears are absolutely meaningless. Be kind to yourself. It is natural to feel frustrated when you fail, but do not exaggerate in beating yourself up. You may be your own worst enemy and more cruel to it than anyone else and hurt it in a way that your hater cannot. Keep reminding yourself that you did what you had to do and spared no effort. Whenever negative thoughts attack you, take some time to think about what happened and imagine what you can do differently next time to succeed. Surround yourself with supportive people. Being among people who are not supportive or who constantly criticize you can lead to you being charged with negative feelings and undermine your self-confidence in. When you are surrounded by people who believe in your abilities and encourage you constantly, it can help you overcome the fear of failure. It will be more effective if you can talk to your friends, family, and colleagues about your fears without shame. Practice failure. It may seem strange, but the idea is simple. When a person is afraid of something, one of the most effective treatment methods is to push him to face his fears in a safe environment where he feels that he is not in real danger. Gradually, he begins to get used to it until this pathological fear disappears. This is what should be applied to the fear of failure. Look for trivial matters or situations, simple that do not represent any importance to you, and deliberately fail in them miserably. Even if you are able to succeed, repeat this process whenever you can. You will find that you have begun to develop what can be called thick skin. When facing important life situations, you will find that your fear of failure has become much more evident. Seek help from a specialist if all the previous advice does not suit you and you suffer from a severe fear of failure has begun to affect your daily life itself. So you may need to talk to a specialist who can help you understand your fears and develop effective strategies to deal with them. In conclusion, Arianna Huffington says that failure is not the opposite of success, but rather it is part of success itself. John Kennedy says that people who are not afraid of catastrophic failure are the ones who achieve the greatest accomplishments in life. Mark Zuckerberg says that the biggest risk is not to take risks. Taking a shower prevents you from trying new things or chasing your dreams. Risk is part of life, and if you do not take risks, you will not learn and you will not succeed. Remember that failure is just a step on the road to success, so do not be afraid of it and try to befriend it. It will be your most important teacher and will help you achieve the greatest successes in your life. It will also be the hardest slap that will bring you back to reality if your successes make you arrogant. Share with us in the comments the steps that helped you overcome the fear of failure in one of the situations. Your life for the benefit, and see you in the next video.